Hello everyone, welcome back to Slipways. I think we'll stay on challenging. I briefly flirted with the idea of trying tough, but I'm having a good time on challenging. And it's usually an interesting haha challenge to balance my money. So I don't want to get ground into dirt by tough. That's into dust, I guess. Anyway, let's pick a random area. Rich deposits. Okay, more minerals. And by the way, apparently this is called ore, not minerals. I'm gonna keep calling it minerals, but I happen to notice on the Discord there's no emote for mineral. It's ore. Who says that? It's mine and a mineral? Like, I don't know. Anyway. And export focus. So instead of wanting you to build many planets, they want you to have many planets to export for things. This seems like a nice combo because mineral planets will be easier to get to export for things. You just need to give them water and people. Sorry. Yeah, water and people. You don't even need them to get successful, right? You'd like them to, of course, but they'll be worth points this way. Anyway, okay. I guess if you were really bonkers, you could try, like if you were just, okay, we don't really have it, but they have like deep drilling or something. It's something they could get. I think it's only them. If deep drilling were here, we could consider taking it, I guess, which is, mines on mineral planets yield one more mineral, and then you could just like send people there and it would produce 4 already, and that would be kind of nice. Although actually it wants 4 actual exports, doesn't it? Yes. So you have to actually use up the resources. You can't just produce them. Good point. Okay. That kind of makes me think about Elysium Project, which sadly is not an option today. What other ways would there be to get things to export more? There could be trade hubs. Anybody have those? Where are they allowed to show up? I think it would probably be those two. Maybe here? Looks like we don't have trade leagues either. Okay. Geo-harvesting is a nice thing to have. There's asteroid mining. I mean, I don't know. There are ways to get more minerals, and we don't need more minerals though. We just need more exports. It's just like when you do have minerals, you get more stuff. Is it mines on mineral planets specifically, right? Yes. So I like taking the Ephorians just because geo-harvesting is generally great. And they have some decent perks. Probably we want novelty traders, but I guess you could argue for reciprocity. As a way to get like money instead. What about the Silted? We haven't looked at them yet. Mineral seeding. Well, I mean, that would be a way to get more planets with 4 exports easily. But it would have to be mineral planets specifically, which questionable. But, you know, we could take nanofabrication to make more Forge Worlds out of all these things. I'm not that excited about that idea, though. Forge World planets produce 1 more of their output would be another way to get 4 of something, right? With just a successful Forge World instead of a prosperous one, you could get 4 bots, for example. Or even just an established chip world, I think, would produce 4, right? I don't know if that's such a great idea. Like, especially if we're going to take novelty traders. Yeah, producing like 4 goods is nice, but when do you ever get a Forge World that's near 4 places that want goods, right? So probably not really that excited about efficient. And space architects, I don't think I'm going to be building a lot of projects. I mean, especially not if I take these two who had no projects until Void Synthesis. What about science? How are we doing for Mr. Science people? Xeno studies can produce science. Quantum computing can produce science. We like the science in general. Oh, by the way, time dilation upgrades. There's one that adds 3 months instead of 1 each year. If I ever do take time dilation, which I feel like is not that likely to happen, I would definitely turn off numbered months and see what funny month names they've come up with for the extra 3. I like, you know, ways to get science, and I think these are nice things to pick. I don't love either of these perks. I think we looked at you and you don't have that much interesting, right? And neither did Sylphid, so what if we took Dender? Disease eradication... okay. Universal Harmony would be very helpful, actually. Well... I mean, it's generally helpful, like always, but I guess it doesn't help that much with the export focus idea, because a successful people-producing planet already has plenty of exports. And so getting, like, another culture probably is just, like, a 5th or... yeah, 5th export. But there's also Genesis cells as a way to, like, add more exports to something that might only have 3 normally. You could get to a 4th. I kind of like that idea. Disease eradication, I mean, certainly it's fine. There are things to spend more people on pretty often. But I'd be more interested in, like... oh, gosh, quantum computing is level 2, huh? Okay. I think nutrition is a totally great find, especially if we pair it with novelty raiders. Or yeah, because it means we'll need fewer forge worlds to build our goods, and we can use more of them to make food. Yeah, let's try these 3. I don't have much in the way of, like, money from this, but there's geo-harvesting, there's even, like, xeno-tourism if I wanted it. Dimensional anchoring, and that's, like, another money thing. Producing slipways is a substantial part of your cost, so cutting out a bunch of it is nice. But I'd rather take early techs from these guys. Honestly, even these are fine, I don't know. Let's get going. Alright, we can't get all these, can I? No. But I'll accept this one, or I'll accept that one up there. Probably I'd rather do this, and then... well, maybe this is a good thing to do. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I end up missing out on this one. What was I saying I would do? 1, start here with this kind of forked thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the only one I miss is this here. That seems fine. Order... this is a promising looking group. It's got the most strong signals in it of the groups that I plan to... actually, this one's even better. It's got 3 strong and 1 medium. Or is this the same, actually? It is the same. Alright, we'll try this. These can all see each other very easily as well. There's no needing to, like, cross over something. Whereas here, this one and this one have trouble seeing each other. So this is the most promising area to set up a loop, I think. Okay. Mineral next to ocean. We always like that. And there's primordial here, so if we just had a way to make biomass in this area, we'd be happy. Well, specifically people to biomass, I guess. Or here. Okay, Earthlike would do it. And it also produces the extra water we're going to need to make this mineral planet succeed. Oh, right, but it has to... The biomass would have to reach here. I can't just have it be there. Yeah, okay. So there's probably something good going on here, though. For example, what if I got... maybe not. I need a forge world to make the bots to give me food. Well, wait a minute. Can I not? Oh, right. This requires food. So if I did this, that's great, but I don't have the bots to make the food, right? If we found a forge world over in this cluster, that would do it. I guess we're also missing out on that one, but it's impossible to reach that from anywhere. A remnant planet. That still doesn't quite do it. Even if this made bots, we could make food here. Like, that's great, but I can't get people here now. Okay, this should do. That swamp was what I needed, I think. There's also a possibility of some stuff going on down here instead of up here. But if we make bots here to grab food from the forge world, we can then have people here. And that's already a loop. This food can't reach the ocean world. And the bots can't reach the forge world for what that's worth. What if we tried to do something down here instead of using the Earth-like world? Oh yeah, don't forget, forge worlds can make food. Maybe I could have done something over here all this time. Well, maybe not. Because I can only get one of food or water over here from this ocean planet, even if there are people on it, right? But this is like kind of a cool idea, because we could make bots here, right? And then funnel the food. I don't know. Why do this? Why have bots make the input for food and then make food out of that instead of just having the bots make food directly? Good question. So that seems more reasonable. And then with this food, we can hopefully get some people here. Well, we can certainly get some people there, and then hopefully find a way to feed minerals into this to make chips. And what else can we do with all this? We could... Well, I'm not sure, but this is clearly a good place to start. Actually, I guess I should, again, look at what's the cheapest to maintain. I guess it's this one. Get an ocean planet and a remnant planet to succeed. Well, I have an ocean planet here. And what's my third task? Make more food. Well, I plan to make a little more. But really only one in this area. Still, I'll probably want more food somewhere, right? And my remnant planet doesn't have a second place to send bots yet. It would maybe have another place to gain people from. That's nice. Then all it would need is a place to send bots. I'm just not sure it's going to find one. This ocean planet, we could have it make water, which you would appreciate having. And I could, like, send the minerals here to do something. Maybe make bots? Maybe chips? It depends what's over here. But I don't see a second export. Well, no. Here's where we can send one water, right? And the other one will want to go here. Okay, so this ocean planet it has a plan for succeeding, right? It can get people from here and here and send water to here and here. So we're taking the ocean world. And the remnant planet is pretty close, and bots are pretty useful, so hopefully we'll find something here or here that wants bots. Or maybe we'll find a reason to ship bots here for food instead of people. Like, it's not impossible. And in fact, if we did that, if we wanted people here, we could ship the bots there, and that would be fine also, right? So I think the remnant planet and the ocean planet both have a plan to succeed, even though I don't know exactly what the remnant planet's plan is. There is one. So let's take these tasks. And I think... I think we just want to commit to this arid world already. Not sure quite yet where they're getting their food, but that's something we're going to want to do. And it helps us with the ocean world, right? You don't want to connect. What I would hope for would be a world over here somewhere that produces biomass out of people, I guess? Like a primordial or swamp world, I guess? Or do swamps take people, right? That's a jungle, but a swamp wants people, I believe. Or actually, even a forge world would do, right? Because we could take water and biomass and turn it into food. Or an Earth-like, maybe? Yeah? I need to get rid of this asteroid. Maybe I'm not doing that right now. I just want to make sure, yeah, it does line up. So, okay, we can make this succeed. It is now possible for sure. There's, I think, multiple ways to do it. I'm not sure what the best one is. Oh, it's only showing as a one-way trade because we don't have two people here yet, I guess. But if we did, this would show as a two-way trade, I think. So what if I made bots there? I can't really do that because there's no source of minerals to feed the Forge world. Right, this wants bots to produce biomass, which I don't have at the moment. So this is the way to get all this to be happy. Well, not quite true. I could, instead of using the Primordial World, I could use the Forge World. But I think I'd rather keep the Forge World as an option. For example, if we ever get bots, we could send the bots to here and the food to there. That would be one way to feed something down this way. I think this is what we... No. This is what we want. And then we're kind of set up pretty well to build a nice little water lab in this area, actually. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to finish this in this year. With this asteroid, I probably will. Actually, that's not even close to true. But that's okay. With these asteroids... this one would be a little bit better if I waited till I was harvesting the mineral planet, but I'm not even sure I'll ever do that. Well, there's a Forge World right here. I probably will, right? But I need the money now, so... There we go. Two little established clusters. Neither successful yet, which is a bit of a downer. We can give more water here, in fact. Now you're succeeding, and we have plenty of produce. I guess connecting these lines means I can't get you into my lab? I don't have the money for a lab at the moment anyway. This is kind of cool, although I don't yet have a way to get chips. It's something I could do. But I still like the idea of building out a lab for water. And building this kind of cuts things off. Maybe, I guess I put the lab here. And it has access to this planet, this planet, this planet, and this planet, right? These guys would never get goods, though, if I did that. I mean, I have establishment eventually. Enlightenment. Okay. I don't think I have the money to set up a lab this year, but maybe next? Maybe? I'm not sure. What... I still don't have a solid economic base, and so what I'd like to do, I think, is get some of my worlds to trade a little bit more. One reasonable way to do that, I think, would be like to just get some minerals here and send them somewhere. The problem is, like, nobody wants the minerals yet. There's this Forge World. I don't need anything from the Forge World, though. You know, I could, it can't even reach here. Well, can it, or is it just obstructed? It's out of range, okay. I mean, also of note, by the way, this is not yet... producing a second water. I would hope for it to do so by getting more people in here, but I don't yet have the people to make that happen. So it being like a water lab is not necessarily amazing. What I really should do is get the remnant plan to succeed, I guess. Finish my tasks so that I can start getting tasks that give me money. That's a good idea. And... oh, right, it needs water. How do I always forget this? Remnant planets, just like mineral planets, need water as their second thing, not more people. So... well... ta-da! I did it! Right? That's a great trade. And the food... or this stuff will surely be useful for something eventually, right? It gives them a second export and gives them an import. Yeah, let's do that. Trade routes for 7 resources? Easy? Get a people-producing world to succeed. That should be easy, except that we don't... we kind of blocked off all of our current people-producing worlds from their sources of income. Of goods. But a lab studying minerals isn't exactly what I want, and I don't have a way to get it to 4 at the moment. I can't connect both of these and the minerals, and even if I did, that would only be 2. So I think we should go with these, but like I can scan first to make sure that I'll have a way to do that. Oh, that's amazing. I accept. I don't have to read any further to know that this is a great thing that I really want. Oh, don't do this to me. Fine. There. Now we have a pretty solid income base. This new development in our topology is certainly influencing the labs I might want to build. I could build a water lab for 2 in here, which I'm not thrilled about. Let's see what this is. Can these 2 talk to each other or not? They can't. Another remnant planet and a mineral planet, huh? Gonna need a lot of water. You need more people to produce more output. I have a ton of water over here, but nobody wants it. I could get minerals here, and then you would want water. And that might be productive enough to just do. I don't know what the Forge World's going to want to make yet, though. This remnant planet doesn't really do anything at the moment, and neither does this mineral planet. You would need more bots. I mean, we can scan over here or over here. Both of these places kind of have surplus resources looking to be used up. I kind of like this one because it has like several different resources that might be found to be useful. Okay, I don't think any one of us can reach that, right? Yeah. Ugh. There's only mineral worlds that this Forge world might... I mean... Yeah, I was hoping maybe for something to use this Forge world on. But actually, they don't really want any of this stuff. This mineral planet's not going to do much for a while, I think. Eventually, we could maybe build a pretty sweet lab. Maybe? Like one here, if we could find a source of people on this side of the... We could run minerals, several sources of minerals in. I guess this mineral planet has been found to be useful, hasn't it? Because now this Forge world has something to do. Like, it has a source of people. Yeah. And that gives you another input as well. So we want to make these connections this year. Oh my god, it's prospering! I never imagined we would prosper in year 5. I didn't plan this at all. It's amazing. And we're gonna have to leave one planet struggling when we found it here, but it doesn't have to be 2 at least. There we go. I guess really I should scan some of this stuff first. Just in case I change my mind somehow. Well, no, because establishing this gives me better scan options. Now I should, though. Like, this is a good scan, so I should take these 3, I think. To make sure I'm not cutting off anything I would really, really want. Because this is kind of a bummer. It cuts off this food from getting out, right? Oh man, they're close to prospering? Are you kidding me? Maybe I shouldn't have done this. So I could get them a single additional input, which I can't from over here, but I could have from here. Right? If I had instead done like this, you would prosper. Or actually, this might even be more exciting? Yeah, this is okay, actually. I don't have an immediate use for these minerals, and you, I guess, don't have an input for minerals, so that's maybe a bigger problem. Also, you're never gonna succeed. But this gets me started on a nice big mineral lab in here, I think. Right? I could put the lab like here and have people in, minerals in, and maybe eventually more minerals here. It just means this guy might have to struggle for a while. Not forever. I could get relays and get him minerals from this spot. But let's scan and see if I can do this. There are minerals there. Perfect. No people for the minerals. Oh, it's too bad this ocean planet can't reach. This might do it, but I don't really want to scan that far. I think I'm just going to put up with this suffering for a while. And build... I mean, it feels like a kind of bad lab because... I don't have any use for any of the minerals, but I just want to study them, you know? And it's definitely ready to be established. Also, there's sources of water for all of these? Well, okay, for this one. Although if I cut this off, there won't be, I suppose. What about seeing what this is first? Is this cutting off any important lines? It kind of is. I could put the lab down here to still be able to reach this mineral planet. But then I wouldn't be able to reach these people, which I would like to do. So I think I'll just leave these ruins for now and hope to get to them some other time. Connect that up. Yeah, maybe I can avoid putting the lab down this year. Do you have to pay for it? I always forget. You do? Okay, so... maybe if I could find an excuse to do anything else this year, that would be nice. Oh, you know what? Let's check this out. Might I want this ocean world to do that instead? It might want to colonize. But it might also just want to make water. So there's no easy source of food for it, right? You're already exporting all 3 of your food? Yeah. So water is maybe a little bit more likely. That does produce 3 semi-useful trades? Yeah. Well, oh, but if I do this, I cut off 2 of those trades. I see. Well, maybe I'll just use this last month of the year to scan a bit. I know it's not the last month, but we're probably gonna do this with the last month. So that one's accounted for. This is the last unaccounted for month. Okay. Now we get the lab going. Oh, you don't have any people left once I do that. Didn't notice that. I guess it's okay. It's still a pretty good lab. It's okay, it's tolerable. And one day they can all feed this forge world and it'll be, I don't know, it only wants 1, right? Unless it makes chips. Then it'll eventually want, it'll only want minerals. Connect, no? Connect that up? Just to get more trading going? Yeah, we're making tons of money. Thanks to these prosperous and successful worlds. And what I want is like another lab, right? Well, let's see if we can figure out what to do with these guys down here. Earthlike and Primordial is a pretty useful combo somehow or other, right? Oh, you can't reach. I keep missing that. This would kind of doom my Forge world forever. Until I got, like, you know, hyper jumps, which I don't have, or infraspace, or teleporting, or something. And I didn't find a way to use most of these people, so this world actually is kind of a failure. This this whole setup didn't really work out. I didn't consider how trapped in they would be after doing this. I mean, eventually we could relay them out, I guess. You know, I could have built a mineral lab up here. I don't know where I'm going to get the people for it. And for harvesting all these minerals, but if I did that, I could satisfy you as well and kind of kick the problem down the road of like, okay, well, how do I satisfy this mineral planet? And right now these minerals are not doing anything. They could someday do something at this Forge World, but not much. And building the lab down here has also locked me out of some ruins. So, how far could I roll back to here? So I've already built the mineral planet, huh? Yeah, whoops. Okay, well, I guess I'll rebuild the lab then. And this... I mean, we should be able to feed this somehow, right? So maybe, in fact... no, I have to send the people in, otherwise it won't produce anything. Okay, yeah. So if I did this, I could accelerate my science a bit more. Well, we're going to want to scan here. Let's scan here first, so that I can roll back... I can decide not to connect this if for some reason I don't want to. Okay, a jungle should be useful somehow. Maybe? Yeah. Right? Like that? Maybe don't connect this line up. Yeah. Can I, by the way... It does say 20. Yeah, so it is in range. That's another reason not to make this connection. Okay. So I like this. There you go, new tasks. Import hubs, chip lab, or food. Well, we're about to establish a colony, and those are usually the kinds of worlds that can gain lots of imports. Somehow or other. Anything that has people tends to want a lot of imports. That is only one, and this says make 4. Oh, you know what? I never connected this up. I forgot to do that in this timeline. That's something I could do now, though, which would be nice. And you're like... You're 2 steps away. If I could relay it up here, that would make you prosperous. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon. You, if you could ever get water, could become... I think I could do import hubs. I think that's fine. If I could get people to here, for example, like this, that would do it. Although I don't really want to, right? I want to make this a mineral world if I can find an excuse to do it so that these guys become happy. And a lab studying chips, you say? Might be easier than making more food. In fact, the ways that I'm producing food require chips. Which is sort of interesting. Also, these guys producing chips means maybe I could get like a lab here for chips and send more chips in from here? Yeah, I should be able to do that. That would give this a reason to exist. And I could make a lab with 4 easily. I think import hubs are probably easier than more food. Oh, in fact, look at this. This is going to be an import hub. No, what am I thinking? This is the Forge World. I was thinking, oh, I could use this Forge World to make chips, but that's not a Forge World. I remembered there was one in this region, but I'm using it already. Anyway, we'll take this. Let's connect this up with the end of the year. Actually, which of these is better? That turns my income into 91. Surely this is less, right? It's still just 81. Oh, because you don't want people. What am I thinking? Oh, and that flipped to you as well. Oh my god. I'm so good at this game sometimes. Sometimes I'm not, but today, like, my trade income is insane. My science is fine. Xenolab on remnant and primordial planets. Well, I have this primordial right next to an Earth-like that I'm not planning to use. That seems great. I don't need geoharvesting, apparently. Disease eradication... would have helped if I could send these guys here, but of course, I'm cutting that off. I could choose not to cut it off. Get a little more science that way, but I may well have use for extra people here. I mean, okay, this is like a very big parlay, right? I need to take disease eradication and not do this, and have no other use for the people over here, which doesn't seem that likely. Like if I can just get water here, you'll be an import hub. Okay, so I think Xenostudies is like great for what we for our options, right? The others, disease eradication definitely could be useful. Don't get me wrong, but I absolutely want Xenostudies like right now. So let's take it. Oh, it does want water. Well, I forgot about that. I don't have water in the vicinity just yet. I would like to have water, though, for other reasons as well. Let's check these out. Arctic and another primordial. Obstructed. I mean, this could make water if we had bots, but we don't. Oh, let's see what this is. Right? There's no way I want to connect... Like, this is blocking a connection that I want. Yeah. Oh, 8 science? Or goods. Shipping goods here would be sort of useful, but not. It would just be to here. I think I want the 8 science. If I had 18, I could take Xenostudies and also infrawave detection. Which are both things that I'm reasonably happy to do, I think. It would mean passing on disease eradication, so I could take that instead of infrawave detection. Yes, that's what it's called. I wish this Arctic planet would disappear. It would make things easier for me. Like, I could blow it up. But I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think I want geoharvesting when I have so much money. Obviously, I'm going to reinvest some into a lab soon, but things are going pretty well. And I'd rather just make more... I mean, like, people into happiness, that's something. But it doesn't... I don't need to do it now. Well, if I did this... It does increase my income a little bit, because they send people over, and they like that. But I might actually want those people, right? There's a lot going on everywhere that could use people, I'm sure. Where on earth am I putting my import hubs? I had this idea. I looked around. I was like, oh yeah, I could make import hubs here and here and here. And now I'm like, what? This is impossible. If I got you water, that would do it. But where are you getting water from? What a bizarre dream I had that I could make all this happen. Wait. Also, I'm... What? Oh, no, right. I can still... just barely get a lab for chips here. Right? Yes. Because this would... I was thinking... Yes, this producing minerals doesn't help with a chip lab, and neither does this. But it doesn't need help. I can just do this. Has to be... There we go. Has to be like that. So that's where my lab is going. Primordial and Remnant, right? Yeah. I don't have leftover Remnant planets. I feel a little bit bad that I took Novelty Traders and I'm just not using it at all. Oh yeah, it's right here. Never mind. Great value, good work. Oh, wait a minute. If I send people to this Remnant planet, then there won't be any people left to send to the lab. So maybe that's a reason to take disease eradication. I already have a use for the people here. Right? I think so. And I probably want the science here, but since I can't quite set this up as a Xeno Studies lab yet, I guess I'll scan this, see if I can. Oh, it's a remnant planet. Well, that would do, right? We could make water here and science here. And in that case, I would also want disease eradication. Oh, also we love water here to send to you guys. Oh man, I need to eradicate so many diseases already. How exciting. Okay, so we'll take the science from this, which is what I wanted to take, and now I have an excuse. We're going to take disease eradication, and we're also going to take Xeno Studies. The end of the year is approaching. Does the order... By the way, disease eradication is successful or better? Is that right? Established or better. Sorry, that's what I meant. I did know that. I pictured this little gray box, and I said successful, but I meant established. So the question is, do I work on this Xeno Studies down here, or do I work on this lab? And I should work on the lab because I get more science for completing a task, right? There. And I have just enough... No, I can't get it doing anything this year, so let's not put down the lab yet. Let's, chips. Great, now we build the lab. Okay, more science. We're close to quantum computing. Great news. We can do that next year. Let's get this happening. So it's established, and that's the best it's ever going to be. Got it. But it's producing 2 science, which is pretty cool. Is it already next year? Alright, give me quantum computing. Great. And as I saw, we can connect this up. We haven't made any import hubs yet. It's a little sad. You could become one with disease eradication here. Although if I eradicate your diseases, I can never enlighten you. And it's not clear that there's ever going to be a way to give you goods otherwise. Do I have any... What are my late game... My mid-game techs, rather? Self-hosting AI, I'm going to be thrilled to take, obviously. Like, you guys all suck. You're never gonna get to be successful. And maybe that's okay. I guess, like, you're never gonna prosper anyway, because I can't find a 5th route for you, really? I guess if I made food here, you could prosper. But that's not exactly easy, right? What I would prefer to do, really, is to make people here. Then you would be an import hub as well. I just need to find... food? I guess. Never did anything over here. I think that's fine. I'd still love to find water over here. But I think this is even more exciting if I could just do it. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't just need food, it needs biomass as well. I was briefly thinking that, like, this could produce the biomass, but it's already dedicated to food. And I could make this one produce biomass, no problem. Nice double trade, right? But it doesn't help with food. If I had bots here, you could make food, but I don't have bots here. Maybe I should see if we can make this guy happy. Scan this area, because people here would be kind of cool, maybe. A swamp. Robots as people is what I have coming up, not people as robots. Oh, what about this? I can't see any reason not to do that. People into science is nice. Don't need money. Food into people? I don't have food. So yeah, give me people into science. And if this were people, there's now even another reason to want that. Is that I could get more science out of them. But this making people would be really nice. Well, let's connect you up for a thing to do this year. I don't know, making you produce people is going to be pretty hard, right? You at least are halfway there. I would prefer, I guess, for you to make food, but I like don't have any robots. Do I have, by the way, 0? No, I have a few planets exporting to. Yeah, not too bad. Exporting 4 things. My people worlds, right? This one. And by the way, you don't have anything you could do if I gave you more people with disease eradication. Good to know. You could. Well, but I want you to become enlightened instead, if I'm going to give you more people, right? And then I could make this an import hub. Oh, actually, just founding you would make you an import hub as well. I want to scan more over here, but I don't want to commit to... I don't want to like make kind of a crummy scan like this. I kind of want to found this and say we'll just work out the food somehow and then get a better scan. You know what? I'm going to do that. Enlightenment is probably what we want this year. Well, a Forge World makes bots. Doesn't really help. Well, that would still help, I guess. Oh, right! Forge Worlds can make food, too. I forgot this. I would just need water, which could come from here. And then robots there. And that gives me the people to found this arid planet as well. And a pretty reasonable biomass lab, I think? Okay, that's my import hub. Well, I shouldn't do that yet, necessarily. Right, that's more useful to keep fewer planets unhappy this year, I think. And, now I could take Enlightenment, which I think I would like to do. I have several planets that are just never getting any goods. Feels bad when I already have novelty traders, but... can't do everything, I guess. Yeah, you're never getting goods any other way. Likewise, you. I don't know what I'm doing with all your people. In a sense, I guess they're just like creating more unhappiness. Like, I got happiness for making them succeed. I'm losing happiness for the unemployment. But I'm getting more trade income in the meantime, so it's still like slightly net positive, if not very. You're already... yeah, you could get more people, but I don't have a use for them right now, so I'm not doing it. Okay, let's scout around. Another arid planet. I really need... people as bots? I don't have that one even. It's a tier 4, but I don't have it, right? Cybernetic bodies? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, what I needed was a mineral planet. I need this. So, this arid planet is sort of in the way of everything working. I could take geoharvesting and blow it up, and then this would all come together. But I'd rather get relays? I'm 2 science short on that. Can you reach here? Oh, that sucks a lot. I mean, I could take self-hosting AI next year, but I'm in a small hurry to get relays, I guess. Maybe it's not that bad. We know now there's a solution for this area. It's just going to take a little while. So connect this up. You've taken all the water. I guess that's fine. We'll send the rest here later. Because you weren't going to produce another... I was thinking I would send the water here and some food here, but until you get the water, you're not making any more food anyway. Okay, so it's just one unhappy planet here who's going to be unhappy for a little while. You want more people, which I can't really do. Which is too bad, because I kind of like the idea of this biomass lab, right? Like, I'd love to build another lab studying anything. Maybe, in fact, I shouldn't spend time building this out. Like, with quantum computing, even a pretty crummy lab is worth founding. And I could make you enlightened. But then I would have not had this connected up. I just think I could bring some more people down here. With a relay, and then eventually stream split to get the people to here and here. But there won't be that many people, so I guess that's silly. I could make you succeed if I sent your people here. Wait, why don't you want goods? Oh, I already made them enlightened. Okay, fine. Here. I could connect this up as well. Still doesn't quite make it an import hub, though. It makes it succeed, which I guess is something. It's like just the tiniest. It's out of range by a substantial amount, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Not that Not that it matters how much it's out of range, but I just want to know how mad to feel, that's all. Yeah, so the question is, like... I shouldn't really do this stuff at the moment if I can find any excuse to build a lab. I'm studying minerals and water, so I have no. I'm studying minerals and chips, not water. So I have biomass, water, and robots left. Do I have any of those just lying around? I mean, over here I have bots and maybe water. Here I have bots, actually. I have 2 sources of bots if I connect this up. And maybe a 3rd from here, right? And I could make more people here to fund the lab, or to staff the lab. I like that. Can I persuade you to reach... Ugh, I'm gonna need relays to get these guys involved. But I think that's fine. Just even a really bad lab is pretty good for me. Because of quantum computing. I guess I should have maybe studied down here first. Can't quite do all that, huh? I guess this is fine. Okay, I mean, if I had people here, which I don't, but maybe with bots here? I think I'm cutting off most of my supplies of bots. This desert planet is lame. You need chips. And in fact, if I could just get people here, you would become an import hub by gaining these chips. Oh, and you want them too. So a relay like this is pretty valuable. Okay, I guess I should connect this up before the year ends. And this whole idea, like, you're still sad? But like, that's kind of just, you're gonna have to live with it, I think? I don't know, we'll scan here, see if I can address that. Okay, so it's sort of appealing to take relays now. It would let me connect up more science, right? And also make all this happy. But I think the self-hosting AI is a higher priority because it gives me like 6 science. And I can still take relays next year. Whereas if I did it in the other order... I mean, I guess I could take relays. Whoa, here's a cute thing I just noticed. Machine sentience would make this a 2-way trade. Huh. You would become happy then. Anyway, we don't want that immediately, just something to think about. Would anything like that work out down here? No, because I don't want people in this area. Okay. Anywhere else where bots as people would be useful? Surely, right? Well, if I got chips here, I could send them to some labs. That would be pretty fun. And maybe if I put together a biomass lab in this area, I could use these bots to study it, along with the arid planet. Sort of, I don't... The biomass is down here, and the arid planet is up there. Anyway, I think we want self-hosting AI first. It's a lot of science for free, whereas slipstream relay and machine sentience are like kind of eventual things. And I wanted to get bots here. I still can't do it yet. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to, because like getting chips here is maybe better, and it's mutually exclusive with getting bots like that, right? This Forge world, though, well, yeah, I don't know. Guess I can't really do much. But bots as people would presumably help me with my import hubs as well, right? Somewhere? I don't have a lot of places making bots. There's like here and here. You're gonna become an import hub anyway. But you could send people here? Make you an import hub? And get closer to prospering. Yeah, I think actually, as soon as I get you chips, everyone's going to be really happy. And also, if I take machine sentience, you can be the people making the chips. Right, you now just need, like, some better trade. Ah, there's no actual chips there. Right. I think machine sentience is actually my next pickup before relays. It's just going to do some cool stuff. We have some unhappiness, but it's all transient. I want to start working on getting more bots, I guess, because they're about to get great. Right now we have idle bots here, but as soon as we get machine sentience, bam, import world. Or import hub, whatever. Are there any more that I can do? I want an excuse to build another lab. Like, I have so much money. Oops, I undid taking self-hosting AI a bit further than I meant. We have remaining to study biomass and water. I guess I should make you established like I should have done a while ago. Can I undo a bit further, actually? No. I still think using this for chips is great. It just like is not that important right now. I have spare bots here. I wanted to relay them into the lab eventually. What about up here? If I have bots there, I could make food here. Which apparently doesn't quite reach. Excuse me. I'd like the... Well, I don't have minerals either. I could get minerals here. I keep like rolling this back and not really meaning to. Let's finally establish that. Like, we could obviously ship you a bunch of people, but I don't think you want that. What are you gonna make? That's a good question. Probably goods, I guess? I don't know. I still only have 2 export worlds. There's food here, but no one really wants it. I can't get to this yet. There's this arid world. I mean, I could start colonizing these worlds. It's gonna cost me money. It'll reduce my income for the year, right? So if I could, I would prefer to, like, do something more productive. But I'm not sure what that would be. Like, scan somewhere, I guess. Like, let's see what this is all about. I don't know, probably I should have just, like, built more labs. Earth-like's interesting. I guess it's not very interesting, actually. Well, I could ship water here if we took people from this Forge world with machine sentience. You know, we could make more chips that way, but it doesn't really matter. Nobody wants them. You're already disease eradicated and already using all your people. Okay. Well, I'm having trouble finding good stuff to do with this year. Like, I need more science before the stuff I want to do can actually be done. So, I'm thinking maybe I'll just do some, like, build out these worlds, even though I can't staff them yet. And grab, I think, machine sentience first, right? And only then relays. I'm a little bit of science short, actually. Maybe what I should do is build another lab this year. It would be a biomass lab, I guess, or a water lab. Either of them, like, seems sort of reasonable to do over here, except that I don't currently have, like, I need more stuff to get those things. So over here, There's no people to staff either of those labs. This could be a water lab, I guess? I could build a crummy water lab here. And the secret is no labs are crummy when you have self-hosting AI, right? They're very expensive, but they're not crummy. And this is... One day we're never going to be able to get water over here because we're shipping our last water to this arid planet. So I don't think it matters, like, that I place the lab near some place that could eventually get more water. Or someplace that could get more bots eventually, because none of those things exist. Or people, rather. I guess I could keep it near the arid planet so they could send people eventually? Yeah, that seems fine. There's only one person left here, huh? Is there some way I could send that person to the lab and also send this guy up here and to the lab? The answer is no, right? If I were like... if I had infinitely long slipways, there is an angle here where I could send people through this, maybe. But I don't have infinitely long slipways. So I think that just this is fine. And we're only getting one person there. There you go. Now, 2 years in a row, I can pick up machine sentience and relays. Although, once I've got machine sentience, I could go for teleporters instead? Right? Seems nice. I just wish I could get this task finished. I thought 4 would not be hard, but import hubs are tougher than it looks, I guess. And now start building this out, because I'll have machine sentience. Or no, build this, because I know I'll be using it. There you go. Easy. And what else has happened? You... Right, now I can build this out. And you're like, where should I send my bots? And I think the answer is you should definitely send them here, right? Like, sending them to this lab is a nice dream. But these guys need help now, right? And I want to make them become successful. I couldn't also send them here. They could act as people, but we're already sending one thing, so that doesn't work. And now... Wait a minute. With machine sentience, I don't need this Forge World in the loop anymore, right? Just bloop. No, that would be the opposite. That would be cybernetic bodies, right? We talked about this. Can I improve this lab that I built? Not yet. I could make food here. Or here, actually. I don't really want that. I still want this arid planet to contribute. It's just gonna be a little while before they can get food? Or water, rather? Now, I could just pick up relays. I think limited teleportation is, like, a lot stronger. I haven't really built with it in mind. But, okay, so how does this all work? Oh, it, like, doesn't? How was I ever gonna get this to produce bots? I was just like, I'll figure it out, I think. Oh, I was gonna relay, that's right. I mean, relaying does a fair bit for me right now. I think, right? It should let me make an import hub somewhere, I seem to recall. And it would get this area ready to maybe make a biomass lab? You need another import, and I don't have any source of that nearby. Well, if you made bots, I would. Right? But then we would have to go like this, and then there wouldn't really be a place that we could see both of these biomasses and also people. So what about over here? I can build a bad biomass lab today if I want, right? Use the robots to staff it. Let's do a quick scan and then probably do that. Does that not reach? Okay, it does work. It just doesn't show me that it's gonna work. I don't think we want to do that. I think we want these robots to act as people, probably. Earth-like is actually really cool, I think. Somehow it must be. It must be cool, right? You need people, so we could do that, but we don't have food. I could get food from here, and then this all self-sustains. But what's the point? It doesn't give me a lab. Okay, tell you what, it's been over an hour and a half. I think this is a fine time to call a break, and we'll see you later in part 2. I shouldn't say stuff like I'll see you later, because it messes up the intro, which is the outro, which is thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.